debate program.
我们有吗
No.
Yeah.
We prepare 3 copies for each team, and we make sure that the debate coach of each school has 1 copy, and then there are 2 more copies that can be shared by the debaters. So, do we have that copy? It says 长教授君安 on the first page. You have that? Okay. Okay. The ones who don't, you can always just listen to my explanation, and you can check the written copy yourself. Okay. Let me very quickly explain what this one is about. I'm not sure how many of you have ever heard of this foundation called Fulbright, 布莱尔基金会. Okay. And they have one organization called 学术交流基金会 Foundation for Scholarly Exchange, FSE. The person, one Fulbright fellow, whose name is, as you can see on the second page, the back side of this first piece, 宋学仁. He is a very successful entrepreneur. If you don't think you ever heard of this person, I don't know if some of you, if you're familiar with the singers from my generation, whose name is Zhang Qingfang, probably your mom or your dad. His wife is Zhang Qingfang. Okay, but anyway, he was a Fulbright fellow, and because his boy, who is currently studying in Taipei American School, his boy joined a debate competition or received some debate training like 2 years ago, and has really benefited a lot from the debate training at the time offered by Taipei American School. So he started to have this idea of why can we promote debate, not among the schools, like TES or TAS, Taipei American School, Taipei European School. These schools, they actually don't really lack resources, but it's primarily local schools, okay, like the schools that you are going to, okay, most of you are going to. So he was talking to me. He said, well, Charlotte, is it any way you can help me broadcast the news to the debaters and the coaches who are participating in your tournament? Let them know that we have this upcoming debate promotion program organized by Fulbright and also National Speech and Debate Association. That is association, one of the largest associations in the United States that are in charge of hosting, organizing the speech and debate tournaments. So what they are trying to do is to contact National Speech and Debate Association in the United States and have them recruit 2 very senior, very experienced debaters and send these 2 coaches, and send these 2 senior experienced coaches to Taiwan starting from next summer, and to offer free debate lessons. Okay, so what they want me to tell you is that if your school is interested, and if you also happen to have a debate club, you are qualified to apply. Of course, whether your application will be accepted is up to them. They probably have some criteria, and they will use those criteria to measure your application or your school or whatever. But you can definitely apply. So basically, they want me to start helping them set up some platforms. Okay, the platforms that are in a lot of the local schools. So when these 2 senior debate coaches arrive in Taiwan, they can start offering these lessons. And as far as I know, there are already quite a few schools. For example, Jianzhong, Zhongshan, I don't know, Xiongzhong, right? You already have the debate clubs. Do you? No, okay. But anyway, so some schools already have debate clubs. So that means you can already receive some lessons. If you are accepted, if your application is accepted, then you can already receive some free lessons from 2 top debate coaches. Okay, these debate coaches have been coaching debate in the United States. Okay, so you will definitely learn things from the best of the best. Okay, one thing I also would like to call the coach's attention is that Mr. Song, okay, who is the person behind this upcoming debate promotion project, he said that if your school is accepted, it becomes part of this debate promotion program, you can make suggestions to them in terms of how you can make use of, how you can capitalize on these two debate coaches, how you can, how you would like them to help you. So what went through my head is, for example, you became a member of this program, and there are some, English gifted classes, 语资班. Your teacher probably can even, tell them, oh, I have these 3 classes. Okay, I would like, your debate coaches to come to our school and offer some basic debate training to my students. Okay, so there are multiple ways that we can make use of this resource, and I'm really glad that he was not thinking about TAS, TES when he first had the idea of promoting debate, but he was thinking about people like you and me. Okay, so this is really something that I truly think we should seize the chance and not just let it slip away. So if you are interested, what I would suggest is that you can probably bring the information back to the other English teachers from your school, discuss with them, and see if there's any way you can make use of these two, just the human resources provided by these 2 debate coaches starting from next year. It's going to be a 3-year program. And then you can just send me your application. There's a person's name on the back of the page, the first page. Her name is Debbie Wang. So you can start contacting Debbie and let her know that, okay, we're from the school and we're interested in applying. This is our tentative plan, how we can possibly, make use of the expertise from these 2 debate coaches. Okay, and then have them, tell you or evaluate your application and let you know if you are in their program. Basically, what they are aiming at is to eventually organize a team that can represent students in Taiwan and to participate in the competitions in the United States. I know it's a definitely difficult goal, but doesn't mean it cannot be accomplished. So what I'm thinking is, if there's any kind of collaboration between his program and our program, it will be something like, okay, you are taking these lessons from these very experienced debate coaches. You can still make use of what you have learned from them and then put them into practice in our tournament. Okay, as something like basic level. But then if you're interested, you can continue to take lessons from them. And then if you're chosen, you can even have the chance to compete in the United States. Okay. And then if you're interested in studying in the United States or Singapore or Hong Kong, this experience of representing Taiwan to compete in the United States itself speaks about your ability. So it can be a great help to students, particularly those who want to study abroad, okay, for college. Okay. So think about it. And you can also discuss with your coaches if you think this is something that is going to benefit you next year or your school brothers and sisters 2 years, 3 years from now. So that's just something that I would like to explain to you. Okay, so any questions? I can take probably 1 or 2 questions. No? No? Okay. Okay, so okay, discuss. I'm probably speaking. Oh. I'll just say that I'm probably speaking too much, so I'm being cut off. Okay, so discuss with your coaches, okay, and the coaches you can definitely discuss with your colleagues. Okay. Okay. So good. Okay. So we'll have the coach, okay, from non-policy track to give us his comments, his thoughts about today's 2 rounds of non-policy debate.
Thank you, Charlotte. Good afternoon. Let's just make the case. I'm not the coach, I'm just the judge. A lazier version of a coach. All right, and Charlotte told me I have to say something concerning the non-policy debate. So do you want me to entertain you or criticize you, or entertain you with criticism? That's my choice, all right? So it's the afternoon, all right, relax. So how do you feel about the upcoming revelation of your hard work? Excited? Hyped? Or just shut up, I'm gonna drive my car on my cell phone. Okay, so if you don't know, the topic for the non-policy debate is that high schools should have open campus lunch. And well, when it comes to lunch, I think you feel strongly about it, don't you? Yes. Yes, okay, give me an adjective. Somebody say yes, loudly. Oh, you're driving? Oh, you don't drive. Good, good. You're underage. Okay, what do you think about? Give me an adjective or give me any word you think about school lunch.
Disgusting.
Right, disgusting. Good. Well, a little bit off topic, but precise. All right. Anybody else? As a boy, what about girl? No, girls, you don't feel a thing because you don't eat it. You have to stay fit. Right, you have to stay in shape. What about someone over 30? No, we don't. That's the me. Okay, you think school lunch is disgusting because you eat it every day. It's something, I can say that it's an immediate danger to your lives, right? If you eat too much school lunch, you probably become Spider-Man? No? No, that doesn't happen. Right, that might sound great, but that doesn't happen. Right, you have too much school lunch, I don't know, what's the disease you're gonna have? Obesity?
Yeah, way too much.
Yeah, it's way too much. Okay, so one thing I kept mentioning over and over again is that, well, when you talk about things that are related to your everyday life, you eat school lunch almost every day, right? Except for Sunday and Saturdays, right? Because that's legally wrong to have school lunch on Saturday and Sunday. Is it? I don't know. Okay, so you have to approach it in a down-to-earth way. Yeah, but a lot of you, from the very regional debates from the southern, the northern, the central, and now, I kept hearing, people saying that, well, open campus lunch is a way to train students to be responsible.